Are you ready? Shall we stand and do our pledge of allegiance, please? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good morning. Item 2 is to approve the agenda.
So moved. I'll second it.
Okay. Been moved and seconded to approve the agenda. Call for vote. Trevor, aye.
Hang on, Bruce, hang on.
You have a chance to look the minutes over.
Yes, I did.
Any additions or corrections?
I don't believe so. I'll make a motion approval. Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to approve those minutes. Call for vote. Trevor, aye.
Even I, Bruce, hang on.
Don't know if the sheriff's coming in.
I'm not sure, so
We
I would
did.
just jump around probably.
Okay. All right, shall we just hold off on the sheriff's discussion in case he shows up? Otherwise, we'll take what he says. Okay, well, let's move on. Item 5 is Sue to discuss the approved corrections officer hire.
Yes, his name is Dylan Ryder, R-Y-D-E-R. And we would be looking at a July 1 start date, and an hourly rate of $21.92 for a corrections officer position in the jail. So I have a resolution 2456. If you approve of that, I have that for you to sign.
Any questions?
Motion approved. Second.
Thank you.
Motion to approve the hire of Dylan Ryder for July 1st of this year. Starting wage was $21.92, and it's by resolution, so call for vote. Trevor, aye.
Seaman, aye. Bruce, hang on.
And Myron's not here yet, so Melinda is.
Okay. I've been in contact with the city of Belle Plaine. There is a empty lot that sits between Lincoln Cafe and Grider's service station on 13th Street. There used to be a big old, it was one of the old hotels there, and it's been tore down for years. Nobody has really paid any taxes on it since before 2013. In 2013, there was a tax sale. Kelly canceled it because the people that bought it at tax sale decided they didn't want it. The lot's only assessed at $8,100. There's been inquiries about, people have wanted it, Griders want it for parking because it's kind of an odd shape how it goes. It's going to be hard to build anything on it. But nobody's paid taxes for so long, and it's been on a county held certificate. There's over $30,000 owed on it. The city of Belle Plaine would like us to assign the certificate over to them. They have some special assessments that need to be removed from the property, but they'll go through all the steps to try and foreclose on the property from the tax sale or from the deed holder. And right now, we would agree to we would just abate all the subsequents, which are gonna be like $3,500, and they're gonna cancel some tax or some special assessments. But if they take deed to it, then they'll eventually probably approach you guys to abate the tax sale. But we need to get it back on the tax rolls. Kind of like that property we had here in Vinton that the city of Vinton took. It was an empty lot. And so.
But the city owned it at that time that we did the action? No.
We assigned the tax sale certificate over to the city. They did all the background work, did the research on the property, and then filed the 90-day notice and foreclosed on it. And this one's kind of gonna be the same way. The city will they'll go ahead, pay their attorney to do the background stuff, file a 90-day notice. I doubt the deed holder's gonna pay the money, because he hasn't in all these years. So the city of Belle Plaine would like it if we would assign the certificate over to them. If we do, we should do it by resolution. We have it, it's 2457. Yeah. And then then Rick, you would just sign the certificate and I can get it to the city. The city will pay the certificate fee, the assignment fee of $10. Otherwise, we can do a 90-day notice and foreclose on it, but then that's the county attorney gonna have to do that stuff for us, so that's our other option. But I'm trying to get these county health certificates cleaned up so that we can get some of this stuff back on the tax roll. That's our two options.
Well, I know where the lot is.
Mhm.
I'm just, probably be better off to let the city of Belle Plaine in.
And they're willing, because I talked to Lyle.
Because, Lincoln Cafe, they might want it for parking. I think-
So between the two,
Yeah,
and then we'd start getting tax money on it, and
Right.
getting somebody that's gonna pay it. It's not that it hasn't been on the tax roll, it's just nobody pays it, so it just keeps it rolling in the county health certificate.
now the back taxes, was that started when the building was still standing yet?
Yeah.
That's what I thought, so. it hasn't
Now the
been
taxes aren't
reappraised.
much, but, so the majority of that was when the building was still there.
That's what I thought.
Taxes won't be much after the building is going.
They're down to, right now, when I looked it up, they were, yeah, I think they're like $300 a year,
How much?
$300 a year.
I didn't either.
Whose name's there?
Right now it's in TF 56. They actually got it on a foreclosure on a tax sale years ago, and then once they got it, they just kind of walked away.
Who was it?
They have quite a few, don't they?
Some older lady, I don't remember, I have it.
Henrietta?
Could
Shade
be.
Ball?
She owned it, I believe, from what
I
Lyle.
thought she sold it to somebody at one point.
Well, evidently, according to Melinda, we've done this for the city of Benton, so I guess we've already got a precedence. So,
I was wondering about it. I've said it for years.
All right, I'll start the ball going. I'll make a motion to approve the resolution 2457, the tax sale certificate. We're not gonna abate the taxes right away, are we?
Just the subsequent, not what's enrolled in the tax sale itself,
Because
just,
Belle Plaine will come back and ask for that.
yes, later.
Okay, abate subsequent taxes. For parcel in Belle Plaine. How's that?
Okay.
Close enough?
as described in
Yeah.
the legal description of the resolution, right? Okay, that way we get which one it is. Okay, all right, do I have a second for that?
Second.
Okay, been moved and seconded to abate that. Is that the right word, abate? Those
Well, we're
taxes?
gonna assign and then just abate the
Tax sale
subsequent,
certificate.
Okay, all right. Like you said.
assign the
All right,
certificate.
sign the certificate. Call for vote, it's by resolution, Primer, aye.
Seaman, aye.
Beer shake aye.
Assign the tax sale certificate. Sure, yeah, and I'll fill in the rest for it.
Alexa and I were talking about this.
Thank you.
Or maybe the week after my summer school.
That's fine.
Okay. And I'm sure we're talking about it next week.
It's coming back.
Oh, okay. Otherwise, Haley will stick in my slot. I can wait for it.
Sheriff, you want to talk to us while we're signing this?
Yes, you should have a letter there. I was approached by 2 employees. They would like to go clear outside of anything that we have for donation of sick time, and they would like to donate 200 hours apiece to another employee. I would like the board to take a look at it. I'm sure you'll have questions. So while you're looking at it, we would just table it for a week. So if you got any questions, we could try to get you some answers.
Okay.
Your listing is not showing up properly.
They always come with like little
Any
numbers.
questions, comments?
I think when we look at that, there's 2 pieces to it. The cap that's on what employees can donate and the cap that the handbook currently has of what employees can receive both. So,
Is that spelled out like in the handbook? So,
so if we look at that, I think we need to look at, if we do the one, then we want to talk about the other too, because that would put it over the 120 days. So,
Okay.
something to kick around.
I have not looked at the handbook to see what it says.
Yeah. Currently, it says a recipient is capped at 120 days. That's what it's saying, accumulated donations from all sources, 120 days is the cap on that. But we had a handbook committee meeting this afternoon actually to talk about this as well, so I'll get feedback from that group as well, but maybe we can talk about, you know, if we think that should be
120
lifted.
Total?
It says it says a recipient may receive up to 120 days, using their normal workday hours of donated leave. And then it says the recipient can work intermittently to extend this period if approved by department head. So, just some stuff to think about. Maybe we try to have
Sure.
another conversation about it, because I know this happened in another situation where somebody was just kind of like off indefinitely, and so, you know, obviously you guys' decision, but something about, you know, do you leave it open-ended, like no cap on it, do you put a cap on it?
Thank you.
Just different things to think about, but just both on, do we want to extend what people can donate as well as the receiving end of it? I think both those would need to be modified in here if that's what you choose to do. But I can give you feedback after our meeting today if you want to hear
That
what
would
the
be,
group says
that
too.
would be helpful, definitely.
Okay,
Yes.
sure.
Forget to shut the phone down. Sorry. Okay. Very good. Looks like you'll put this back on the agenda for the next week. Is that what you're thinking?
Depend, you know, they're gonna talk about it, might be the week after.
Oh,
Just-
okay. Okay. You will put it on there as needed?
Yeah, I'll talk with Sue.
Okay,
I started this, and then Friday I
sure.
didn't
So
get as
basic-
far, so
Oh,
I had to send things out yesterday morning, and as you'll see, the letter's full of typos.
okay.
Maybe
So
it's something,
basically-
you know, we should send out to department heads too and say, hey, what do you think if this got revised in the handbook? Does that create a hardship for you if you had somebody off for 6 months or a year or whatever? Maybe we should get their way in on it too,
Sure.
just a thought.
Okay, sounds good. So, do we actually need to make a motion to table this? You think probably should be best?
So moved. I'll second it.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to table this item 4, the discussion on donated sick leave. Call for vote. Trevor, aye.
Team, I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Can we jump to this one before Marvin's resolution, since I have my number?
Oh,
For
okay.
the ordinance revising that purpose statement.
Ordinance, okay.
I I sent you that 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
Yep.
I got it.
Okay.
Yeah. Did you fellas copy or print this up? Okay.
I emailed it probably a week and a half ago. It had to
See
do
it?
with ordinance number 73, the private sewage stuff. There was ordinance number 38 is repealed, and it should say ordinance number 60 is repealed, and number 73 is adopted. So by resolution, we're just correcting that little statement on that ordinance.
I think I highlighted it there.
Yeah. It's correct, yeah. Barb and I looked at it, because it's correct in our code of ordinances.
That purpose doesn't need to be there.
So this is the correct resolution.
Okay. So I would need a motion to correct that ordinance. And, this is to adopt ordinance 73, amending the regulations pertaining to the installation of private sewage disposal systems.
What number?
I'm sorry, resolution is 24-58,
Okay.
amending resolution 17-29.
It's 2455.
That's the old.
That's
Yeah,
it.
that was,
This-
it didn't get on last week.
This is the new,
Yeah.
new one here. Yeah. So, okay. Is that your motion?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Oh,
I was gonna say you
I'll
read
make
it.
the motion.
Yeah,
Yep, I'll make the motion as I stated.
okay, I'll second it.
Okay. And I will call for a vote. Primer, aye?
Seaman, aye.
Pearson, aye.
Don't sign that one. That's no good.
Yeah,
It's
that's
wrong number.
wrong number at the top. She sent that out a couple weeks ago.
And it's just the purpose statement.
Yeah.
Sure.
Clarify.
Yep.
Barb, I apologize, I didn't see you had a 905.
That's fine. Is it okay now?
Of course. Thank you.
Oops, sorry.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I have an application for Paul Erder and Jess Andrews for a farm exemption. He is, and both are part of the family farm operation. His family has 320 acres, and he'd like to build a house on that. Part of it is on the southwest development spot there. That is where his family had owned, but the property that he's looking at is contiguous, so he qualifies for the exemption.
Any questions, gentlemen?
Move we approve it.
Randy Sherwood up there, who drives it.
I do not know if they're that far yet.
Okay. Cause I see according to where he's putting it, he's coming around the east road, not the south road, where the driveway usually is.
There's a hill there on the corner.
Off of 28th Avenue, is that what you're talking about, Tracy?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't believe they have
they're not
made
that
a
far.
decision, but on the other hand, these folks will do whatever they need to do to comply.
And there's a stop sign there anyway, at the
Yep.
corner, north and south is stop.
Exactly.
East and west is the
Yes.
main travel path. That may be smarter whether they, I'll second his motion.
So would it be wise to make that motion subject to being approved? for
Well, there's a
driveway?
stop sign on either side of the intersection, so it should be safe wherever they
Yes.
put the driveway there anyway.
Okay, all right. Okay. Not familiar with that intersection.
I'm very familiar with it.
I'm sure you are. looks like it's kind of in the backyard. So, all right, well, been moved and seconded to approve this farm exemption, and I will call for a vote. Primer, aye.
Seaman, aye.
Burbank, aye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Myron,
Morning. Back in February, I think it was, we had a bid opening for a bridge replacement in Cedar Township, or right on the Cedar Bruce Township line, but 16th Avenue between 52nd and 53rd Street is where that bridge is located. PCI was the awarded contractor. They're looking to start moving equipment in, I believe, later today and try to get started this week. So I have a resolution to temporarily close that road while the bridge is being built.
fellas have any questions? So we would need to get it.
Motion to
Thank you.
approve the closing 16th Avenue, and Bruce and Cedar Township.
And I suppose Paley's got a resolution number assigned for that already.
2459.
Second that.
It's been moved and seconded to do a temporary closure on 16th Avenue for bridge replacement, and I will call for a vote. Primer, aye.
Seaman, aye.
Burbank, aye.
Do you have application for
Yep.
traveler?
Traveling Tapster.
Traveling tasker, yeah. Thank you.
Did it put in myself?
He did.
You can help.
And packet.
Hey, Mari, have you heard how long is left out there in 218?
No, I have not. I would think it should be getting close. I know when I talked to the DOT 2 weeks ago, right before the dust control was put down, they were hoping late last week that they might have been backfilling, but I don't know.
I thought they were ahead of schedule, I was hoping to. So.
Didn't drive out there yesterday and make a personal assessment, but did not succeed.
Well, if you do, let me know.
Thank you. I did not have anything else.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Myron.
Mm-hmm.
You gentlemen have anything? Very good. Well, as we move on, this is a Class C retail alcohol license for Traveling Tapster LLC. Looks like it tentative dates are July 18th to expire on the 22nd of July.
Everything in order?
Their insurance policy will expire July 19th, so I'm going to assume they have a renewal, because it's
I
going
would
to be,
assume it's probably yearly.
yeah, it's annual insurance, so.
I'll double check. Last week, this week, but I don't.
You see that?
Okay.
I'll make a motion to approve the traveling tips for 7/18 through 7/22 of 2024.
Okay, very good.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve that Class C retail alcohol license for Traveling Tapsters LLC. I'll call for a vote. Primer, aye.
Seaman, aye.
Burbank, aye.
Good. You want that initial, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay. Initial, please. Just give us all.
Oh.
Ain't gonna hurt. So it's just,
I think there was a spot on the back, or did you just do the top? The fireworks one's different.
yeah, yeah. All right, reports, any reports?
I have last Tuesday night, EMS. Good discussion on that, I guess, and we're still in the works of lining everything up.
Thank you.
I actually talked to Anna Wednesday, I think it was, this morning.
Okay,
So they were inquiring, maybe borrowing out of Lost to help purchase a vehicle to get them going until the tax levy starts collecting money. Did they bring that up too?
not while I was there.
Okay. Well, I think maybe it come up, they had an opportunity to maybe purchase a used ambulance for like 40 grand.
Okay,
So I just didn't know what your thoughts were. I told her it'd probably have to be after July 1st regardless because of the budget, but,
not while I was there.
okay.
I was there till 5 minutes to 7. Seemed like all the discussion was taking place.
I think they're brainstorming right now on how they're gonna do that, so until we actually wanna take action, then I'll put it back on the agenda. But I know like we could do that way, or like the EMS revolving loan possibly, so.
Okay, is there enough money that?
In the EMS revolving loan, I think we have 130 something.
Okay,
And it's my understanding that then they would have intentions of once we get that levy dispersed out, then we could use that fund to pay it back.
How long does that take to get that money?
Well, taxes don't get certified till July, August. The first collection will be by September 30th. So I'd rather not pay out until after that.
yeah, but I'm thinking about the lost one, could we,
That one would have the 10% match though. So they're actually wanting the full,
I know, can we write a loan?
if we did the fair board.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, we did another one that way.
Yeah.
And then just put the stipulations on how they're
Have
gonna
the
pay us
funds
back.
come out of the lost one.
Yep. I just wanted to brainstorm with her again before we put
Yeah,
it
that
on the
must have took
agenda.
place afterwards.
Could have, or, yeah.
Yeah, it did not happen while I was there.
Well, it could have been just North Benton talking.
Okay, that I
Yeah,
didn't know.
yeah.
That one I did not see. You were there till,
Quarter to.
Come up, I'm sure.
Yeah, they're working. They're running, I think the second unit is a borrowed unit.
Yeah, just through North Benton, correct?
Yep.
I know they got a lot of good ideas. You know what I mean? Whether or not we can, the money comes in that they can afford to do all this, what they wanna do.
Sure.
I mean, I agree with a lot of their ideas.
They're gonna have they are working on a very needed and a robust countywide approach to EMS.
That's what we need.
It's a lot of work on their part, and they're really looking at it.
The only thing I wish we had more of the participating from the towns that do have,
There's only, what, 2 that are showing up?
yeah,
3, well, 2 that are showing up representing their services.
you know, I get it that they're busy, but I mean, to me, if you got 4 or 5 people on your first responders, I can't believe that they're all busy that night.
Don't they still have their other monthly one too?
I think they moved that to quarterly, for at least the whole association.
Yeah. That's quarterly.
Yeah.
Maybe they should have somebody from the EMS council go update them at the quarterly or something too.
Okay, anything else?
That's it.
Okay,
What about the radios?
They worked last week. They have everything installed in the sheriff's office vehicles. Everything works well. We moved the handheld radios off of what they call the 30-day burn and then they reprogrammed those, and we'll keep reprogramming them. So they contain the complete talk groups. They got part of it in police done, they got a couple radios put in for conservation, and I think they're waiting on parts on a couple newer vehicles to put them in a council. And then I believe today, they got one ambulance done here in town. They're not gonna put a new radio in I think a loaner at this point. Sure. And today they moved over to Vinton Fire Department.
Good.
They've sent out really good crews that are doing the installations. I would want nothing to do with it. They have to figure out what somebody else has done first and then put their equipment in with it. So it's, but they're good at what they do and they move right through it.
Very good.
When do you expect it to be completed?
It'll take the better part of a month to get all this done.
I'm surprised.
They move pretty quick.
I don't have reports when the meetings start this week. Gary, do you? All right. Good.
I have a couple things to touch on. So, there's that Holmes Murphy from that excess insurance.
Okay.
You initial that, we'll get it in the claims next time.
Okay.
It increased about $2,000 from last
Yes.
year. And then also just, I received the Iowa DNR for that Geno Source LLC for hog confinement that they're increasing their head. So I have to do that notice in the paper, collect,
Cap.
or cattle, sorry. But to collect the comments for that, and then I guess I'll just put it on the agenda if we get any comments. And then I have to send it back to them. We don't do these very often. Just let you know if you see that in the paper. And then also one other thing, Pioneer Cemetery, they would like to, we have an account at Farm Service. We're in charge to, and with what they do, they do grass seed and stuff out in the cemeteries. So I'm thinking to add them so they can get directly invoiced rather than me reimbursing the committee members. You guys have a problem with that?
I don't.
Okay. Just wanted to touch with you first before I call that mess back.
All right.
Yeah, because they probably want regular grass seed, I'm gonna say, if they could go to conservation, they could get that.
Right,
But they don't want,
right.
they won't want it.
Otherwise, we reimburse the commissioners, and I'd rather just pay it directly off the invoice.
Nope.
Okay.
That makes sense. Okay. Comments? Okay.
Nobody, motion adjourned.
Second.
Moved and seconded to adjourn. Call for a vote. Primer, aye.
Clean, your shake out.